Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tequila. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tequila. Cinco de Mayo, buddy. Summer's coming. We got Cinco de Mayo. We got the Derby. Summer's right around the corner. I'm excited.
Cinco
de Mayo.
What is Cinco?
You don't know about Cinco de Mayo?
No.
Oh, it's the greatest ever. All right, picture this. 155 years ago, 3 Americans fought the forces of El Guapo in the Battle of Santo Poco and won the Mexican independence. And now we have Cinco de Mayo. And it's always around the Kentucky Derby because Colonel Sanders went down there with a horse and a bunch of bourbon and brought it all back. It's summer.
You're right. Don't tell the French about the Guapo.
Nice. Welcome back, everyone, to Below Decks. We have our summer cocktails episode coming. I'm Tom.
I'm Joe.
And I am going to teach Joe how to make some proper summer cocktails. The ones that you can use for just about anything around here.
Old dog, new tricks episode.
Yep. So I can make these in my sleep. I'm going to teach Joe how to make them. He's going to walk you through it as well. So what we're going to do, because the first holiday we came up with, and that is the defeat of El Guapo. That's Cinco de Mayo. We're going to make some margaritas, and we're going to send them up to the ladies because we prefer the whiskey. They prefer the tropical drinks. We'll go around that route. So, margarita is Spanish for daisy.
Okay.
All right. There's a lot of stories out there about where the name margarita came from. That it was from some actress over in Mexico, and that came to a hotel. They named something after all kinds. No. That's all legend. A daisy is a type of cocktail that combines spirit, orange liqueur, sweeteners, and sours.
Okay.
And what do you have here? You have spirit, orange liqueur, sweetener, and sour. It's a classification. And because margarita is Spanish for daisy, it's a margarita. Now, the original daisy used brandy. Mexicans used tequila. Margarita.
Okay.
So and it just got popular. So the first thing you want to do, Joe, you want to take one of these lime wedges and you want to go around that rim of both of those glasses.
Wedge.
No, the wedge right there.
Got it. Little wedge. All right.
Just make sure you go all the way around it. Get it good on there, and then dip it in the. I know.
You want the other one?
Yeah. Go ahead and in there. Yeah. And ordinarily we would use. Ordinarily you use salt. Our wives like sweet, so I'm going to use sugar. And that in there, and you get it just looking like that. Nice and pretty. Look at that frost on there. All right. It's the first thing you want to do because you don't want to get anything else in that glass before you get to that. All right. Now, we got cocktail shaker here. It's about half to 3/4 of the way full of ice. Yep. That gives a good in there. So you're going to have that ready to go off to the side. We're going to mix. Yeah, we're going to mix here in this glass, in the pint glass, just so you guys can see what's going in.
Yeah.
Versus that where you can't really see anything. So we got there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine this drink in what's called the golden ratio.
Okay.
For cocktails. That's 2-1-1. And that means 2 ounces of spirit.
Okay.
1 ounce of sweet, 1 ounce of sour. And now it doesn't have to be ounces, it's parts. It's 2 parts. So you can scale that up.
Gallons,
go through that system. Now, the way the margarita is made, though, is because liqueurs count as sweet.
Okay.
So we're going to.
I agree with that.
We're going to do 2 ounces of tequila, half an ounce of the liqueur, half an ounce of the syrup. Now this is agave syrup. Works really well with tequila because tequila is made from agave. The agave nectar, the agave syrup. So then you're going to go a full ounce of lime juice.
Liqueur has liquor.
Yes.
Why is it not a spirit?
Because it's considered a sweetener.
Okay.
Because it's so low in its proof that like most liqueurs are in that 25 to 35% range.
Okay.
And that they're slightly higher than a wine, but they're not as high as a spirit.
I get it.
And so it's considered a sweetener instead of a spirit. All right. So what you're going to do,
you're
going to make 2 of these. So you're going to double everything up. So you got 2 ounces of your spirit.
All right.
Now that is a 2 ounce jigger.
2 ounce chicken.
Yes. So
the big side is how you measure it. Get out of there, glass. All right. You guys all see the shakes. I try to hide it.
There you go. Doing good.
Uno. You know it's fluent in Spanish.
And 2s.
Part deux.
Yeah. All right. So there's our tequila. Now, one thing I would have done before we started, but I didn't even think about it. Go ahead and drop some ice into those glasses.
Got it.
And that way they can start chilling because you're going to want that ice in there.
All right.
Yeah, let's give it to you. Set it there so I'm not holding it looking all weird. I go about halfway up.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good. Close enough for government
Government
work.
work.
There we go.
Shoes, hand grenades. Oops.
All right, perfect. Right, let those glasses keep chilling. You can serve these on the rocks. It's not a problem at all.
Yes.
All right, so we did 4 ounces of our spirit.
Correct.
So that's all in there. Next thing we're up with is going to be our
liqueur.
And so now we're going with that. It's 2-1-1.
So
you're flip her over.
Get the half the jigger. We'll get 2 or 2.
Yeah, you could.
We're
just going to go with 1
to do it right.
full ounce. Yeah. So now, hey, wait a minute.
Oh.
That's all you need because you only need it's 2-1-1. So that's half.
I need 2 drinks.
Well, but you're making 2. You just put a full ounce in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you want 1 ounce of sweet, and now in 1 ounce you would have half an ounce of this, half an ounce of this.
This is 2, and I did 2.
I know. That's fine.
All right.
You're good. You're all good.
We're good.
All right. So now it'll be 2. So now you're going to want. I would go ahead and go with 2 ounce. Just go ahead and put this in. It's 1 ounce of your agave nectar. That way you can use the lime juice to wash it out.
All right.
So it's just like a Grolsch bottle.
Fingled.
There you go. So.
All right.
Yep. A full ounce there.
Well, that's good and thick.
Yeah. Now we're going to shake this one.
What's agave from?
Agave is from the agave plant, and that it's the same plant that tequila is made from.
Ah.
Now the agave pina, the blue agave. Now there's several different species of agave, but tequila can only be made from the Weber blue agave.
Okay.
And it can only be made in certain parts of Mexico. So now we're going to want 2 full ounces of fresh squeezed lime juice.
All right.
Now you don't have to use lime juice, but it's traditional. But it's got to be something sour. You can use grapefruit juice and make this into a paloma. You can use lemon juice and just be weird about it. I'm not going to question you, but it's supposed to be lime juice. And fresh squeezed is always the way to go. I never use store-bought mixers.
Nope.
If I'm going to make a sweet and sour mix, I will squeeze the limes and the lemons myself and then mix it with some simple syrup.
He's not exaggerating. This is next level cocktails that he makes.
Now what you're going to do, Joe, is you're going to take that glass, you're going to pour it directly into there, and you're going to seat it. All right? Don't worry about anything running down in there. Okay. All right? So you're good and seated. Well, there's a technique to it. What you want to do. All right, no, it's fine. I'm going to teach you how to do it, bud. And then, all right, you always want to have the steel pointed towards your customer.
Got it.
That way, if something comes loose, you got a hold of it.
Got it.
All right? And it's not just shaking. You're gonna feel that ice rolling in there. All right? You feel it?
Yeah.
Give it a little more vigor. 15 to 20 seconds of that. Pick it up vertically. There you go. You'll hear it. You'll hear how that's changing sound.
Yep.
Right? Because what's happening inside there is the ice is diluting everything and mellowing it all out.
Okay.
All right? Give it a good hard shake. Yeah. And there you go. Yeah, you're good.
My wrist is blown up.
Where we're at. All right, we're going to put these together so they're easier to pour. See, now Joe was struggling with that. No, it's fine. Yeah, you'll strain it. Joe was struggling with that a little bit. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can try that if you're comfortable with it. Perfectly fine. Or you can use a Hawthorne strainer.
Let's use the Hawthorne strainer.
Okay, we'll get the Hawthorne strainer. Where did I put that Hawthorne? Right here. All right. Hawthorne right on top.
Bingo. Boingo.
And then pour it right in there. See, this makes it so much easier. All right? And Joe gets to eyeball it and see if he gets halfway through. Shorts one of the ladies or makes one of them a little weirder than she should be.
Well, we will. I want us to both enjoy our evening later on.
That'll be good. So, I did pretty good on that balance. Now you're going to garnish up with a cut lime wheel.
Okay.
Now I got a couple of them in there. And that just kind of drop it there on the side.
Skadoosh.
Yep, and there's another one. Yep. All set to go. And this is your classic margarita. Made right here in the Below Deck Studios. That you can put it in a regular margarita glass. You can make this a frozen version. I'm going to show you a little bit later how to make a mojito. And I'll, on the Facebook page one of these days, watch for our cargo hold episodes. Yeah. I'm going to show you how you can take any tropical drink, you can do really any drink, and turn it into a frozen. It's super simple. And you can keep all that flavor, because a lot of times ice will dilute it.
Yeah.
But I'll show you how you can turn it into a frozen cocktail without diluting your flavor and kicking it up.
Without making it a slushy.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
So cheers on that. We're going to take a brief pause while we take these on up to the ladies, and then we'll come back with the next one, mint julep. Okay, everyone. Hope you are working on those margaritas for everything. So also today is the Kentucky Derby.
Horse.
And everybody knows they have the mint juleps. Let's get that stuff out of the way. And then I'll need this though, so we're good there. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make a mint julep properly. Joe's never done this before, so I am going to walk through this and show you what we got here. So mint julep, the classic and official drink of the Kentucky Derby, actually has been around for a very long time. It is actually from a family of drinks called julab, which is an Arabic word. I am getting ahead of myself. We're going to start this over. Let's get that out of there, because I got way ahead of myself because we didn't do what we need to do.
No problem.
It's julab. The julab is a drink that came from North Africa, the Middle East, that Greco-Arab world. On that it contained mint.
Okay.
And they would put different spirits, a lot of times wines, and it go through, and it just kind of made its way through, and it became the julep, and then the Julet in France. And then it came over to the United States, became the julep down in the South, because we change up every word we ever have. So what we're going to start with is mint. Good mint. I grow this myself. I love it. Now, so what we're going to do, you're going to put a couple of mint leaves
very aromatic
down in the bottom of this glass here. Now, about 3 in each side. You're going to put a little bit of simple syrup down there.
How do you make that?
Simple syrup is just 1 part sugar, 1 part water.
Okay.
That I tend to heat the water up and boil it for about 5 minutes after everything's dissolved. But really, to make it, all you got to do is you can get a pint jar, and you can put a cup of water in, a cup of hot water, a cup of regular table sugar, and just shake the piss out of it until it dissolves, and you've got simple syrup. That I concentrate a little bit more, make it a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
Right. So you're going to put about ½ an ounce of simple syrup in the bottom of this glass with the mint leaves. All right. Cap that off, because we're going to use that a little bit later with the mojitos. Keep it over here. All right. You're going to take your muddler. I'm using my steel muddler because I have it with a bar spoon, and you're going to muddle that mint into the syrup. Make sure you press down and move it around. Use this like a hand spice grinder or a guacamole grinder. Make sure you break those leaves and get those juices out and that going through. All right, because you can smell it.
Why muddle it? Why not let it sit? Because it breaks it up.
Yeah, break it up. Get those oils
when
out
you
of the
tear open
leaves.
that mint.
Yes, you can smell it.
Yeah,
I mean it's just everywhere.
It's great.
And that going through. All right. Now this is where I got a little bit ahead of myself. All right. Would you mind giving me a paper towel so I don't make a mess on your bar here? Right there. All right. So we're just going to set that there. All right. Now you're going to take a little bit of ice. You're going to drop it in here, about half the glass. All right.
The bourbon snow cone.
Yep. And that's kind of what a mint julep is. And that you're going to make a snow dome out of it. Going to get that down in there, and then you're going to put your bourbon in. We're going to get a full 2 ounces of bourbon. Now, I eyeballed my syrup just because it really didn't matter if I got ½ an ounce or an ounce, but you want the right amount of bourbon. Now, a mint julep is also traditionally made in a metal vessel.
Yeah, I went to the Derby. They served it in metal cups.
It's always, and it's traditionally silver. And part of the reason is because the process of making this, what I'm supposed to do here is I'm supposed to stir this until the outside of that cup starts frost. And you see it. I'm doing it in these julep-shaped glasses so you can see what's going on in there. So you're just going to stir it. It's going to take about 15 to 20 seconds. And that seems to be like that golden number for cocktail dilution and chilling. And that is about that 15 to 20 second range. Let's get in there. Let's stir it up.
That smells delicious.
Yeah. This one here. Okay, you get that spirit in there with This, you want the crushed ice because it'll dilute a lot faster than cubed ice will. And that you'll get able to get this what you need in there. So you get about that 15 to 20 second range in there. Essentially, your drink's made. But what you want to do is you want to come back here with another big old scoop of ice.
Yeah, that's a lot of bourbon in there.
Right on top. Set it there. Now, when you go to the Derby, they're going to serve you these in a dome, like with a big old crushed ice dome on it. And a lot of places that know how to do it right will. I don't quite have that level of ice making ability here.
No.
But
we want you to do this at home.
Yeah, we want you to do this with what you got. So now to crush this ice, I just have a small pellet ice maker. I slammed that in a Ziploc bag on the ground until it was almost broke up. Then I took a side of a hammer and just broke it down. So we got there. Now last thing we have is our garnish here. Right there. You can sip this straight out, or you can come right here. Some straws right down there. These are fully recycled glass straws, so we don't have to worry about hurting the sea turtles.
Right on.
And here we go. So, cheers to Kentucky Derby. Cheers to summer.
Yeah.
Mint julep. Sweet. Bourbon. Minty.
Yeah. All the things I like about bourbon, and then it's
everything you want to start your summer.
A little desserty.
Enjoy those. I'll put the recipe up on one of the social pages. Follow us on that for that. And we're going to come back with our next drink, which is one of my personal summer favorites and the personal ultimate favorite of Mr. Thad Castle, the Mojito.
Right on.
Okay, everybody, now that those mint juleps are down,
excellent,
we're going to move into the next drink for the summer. And as I said, Thad Castle's personal favorite, the Mojito. I love it because rum is what got me into spirits.
Okay.
So before I got into bourbons, all that, I was all into rums, and I've got a world-class rum collection in my basement.
Yeah, you've showed me rums that are equal, that stand up with whiskeys.
Yeah. So the Mojito is the classic rum cocktail, along with my beloved Hurricane from New Orleans. But this one's so much simpler. It's very summery. It's very easy to do. To properly make a Hurricane, you got to have a lot of different fruit juices that a lot of people don't have on hand. Like I order passion fruit purees to make it.
Yes.
You don't need this.
Yeah. Everything. I'd get a mix and it would taste cheap, and then I wouldn't want it.
Everything about a Mojito is super simple. One thing I'm going to ask of you, Bud, can you go get me some of that cubed ice that we have over there, and we'll come back through here. All right. While Joe's getting the ice, I'm going to talk to you guys about the ingredients we're using. A Mojito has very simple ingredients. It is mint, obviously, simple syrup, lime juice, and rum. Now, this is John Watling's Pale Rum. This is a rum company out of Nassau, Bahamas. It's one of my favorites. It is super sweet, super simple, clean. I really love it. There's a special thing about this one because the Bahamas don't have oak trees.
Okay.
So they can't charcoal filter through oak.
Okay.
So what they do is they have a lot of coconut. So they take coconut husks and they burn those and create charcoal, and they'll charcoal filter their rums through coconut charcoal.
Okay.
So it picks up a different flavor than other rums do. It's really good, and it's really super clean. So we're going to start here. Each of the like I said, a Mojito, if you saw our barware episode, this is what's called a Collins glass or a highball glass. And all Collins glasses, all Collins drinks are built in the glass.
Okay.
So they're what's called built drinks.
Got it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 or 4 mint leaves per glass, and we're going to drop them down in there. All right? You get
fresh mint that he grows.
Yeah, fresh mint straight from the backyard.
Smells great.
So what we're going to do then, just like with the mint julep, we're going to drop about half an ounce of simple syrup down in there. Now, you can use other syrups. You can use Demerara sugar, which is like dark sugar. You can use. I wouldn't recommend brown sugar because it's a little too dark. Okay. You can get some flavorings in here, but this is a classic Mojito: simple sugar, simple syrup, and leaves. Now, if you don't have simple syrup you haven't made on hand. It's easy to make, as I said before.
Yeah.
You can use table sugar.
And you can buy it pre-made.
Yeah,
too.
you can use it as an abuse. You can use it as an abrasive to help break up these the mint leaves a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if I'm just feeling like I want a little bit more mint flavor in there, I'll just throw a little bit of table sugar in with it anyway.
Okay.
And that it's undissolved when it goes through. So just like with the mint julep, we are going to muddle, spin that around there, break them up. You can see them changing color down
Yeah.
as they break and they get anything in there. Get that. You want to mix that sugar together real well. Mix the sugar and the mint oils.
It smells great.
Yeah. Get down in there. Drop it in. It's all set. Now, this is where I differ from some people. A lot of people will go ahead and just build the entire cocktail right here, like at this spot, and then add ice to it. I don't like doing that.
Okay.
I like to let the rum and the lime juice wash over the ice.
Okay.
And that so it helps dilute as it goes through and it goes in. So go ahead and just fill me up with that ice. And as we go, you're gonna drop a scoop in there. This is a little trick I do to get a little extra lime cut, a little extra flavor.
Oh, okay.
I'll drop a mint leaf in the layers. There you go. Right there. So that's what she said.
Very apt.
There we go. And then drop there on top.
And the crown.
Okay. Now, you have your glasses there. Now I'm going to take the lime juice, get it down in there. You're going to want about 3/4 of an ounce. So I don't have my 3/4 ounce jigger with me. I'm just going to eyeball it here. If you don't have a jigger with you for it, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice is approximately the juice of 1/2 of a very large juicy lime. If your limes are a little smaller because you're out of season, about 1 full lime.
Okay.
And that just juice it out, and you will you'll get the right amount. All right. So there's our lime juice. Now we're gonna want 2 ounces of rum.
Okay. And this is filtered in the coconuts like you were talking about?
Yeah, this is the coconut filtered rum. John Watling's Pale Rum. Little trivia about their distillery. If any of you are James Bond fans like I am, in Casino Royale, the very beginning of the Daniel Craig version of Casino Royale, he is running from some spies and he jumps into the British Embassy. And that over the fence, and that the British Embassy in that movie was the John Watling's distillery.
Oh, cool.
So they filmed it right there. There's even a little sign on the grounds showing where Daniel Craig landed and everything.
Yeah.
If you're a James Bond nerd like I am, that is kind of cool.
It's pretty cool.
Now, what you want to do, there's 2 steps here, all right? You're going to get that bar spoon down in there. You're going to stir it up. You're going to mix this level. And just lost one ice cube. It's not that big a deal.
That soldier.
Yep. Now, stir that up, mix it up. And now, this is where we have a choice to make for a topper.
All right.
All right. A mojito is diluted a little bit further. You can use soda water, Sprite, or carbonated water. I tend to use just carbonated water because I like to let the sweetness of the mint and the sugar shine.
Yeah.
7-Up tends to, or any white sodas,
You oversweeten
it. If you like it sweet, you don't have to do it my way. If you like it sweet, go ahead and top it with that 7-Up or any kind of white soda that you got. I'm going to go ahead and use the tonic water.
I want to taste
it. Not tonic water, sorry. This is just carbonated water. And that tonic water is different because tonic water contains quinine. And that. So you guys learn that. If you go check our my cargo hold episode on the gin and tonic,
yes,
and that I talk about quinine. So top that off.
I'm sad I don't get to make a gin and tonic.
All right. A little sparkly there. And I make my own soda water in my soda stream because I can control the carbonation level.
He makes everything.
So I'm just one of those guys, if I can make it, why buy it? So there's a straw. Go ahead and stir it up to your liking. All right. Get a little bit of mint garnish on there.
Mint for Mr. Thad.
All right. Cheers to Blue Mountain State and Thad Castle. It really lets that rum shine when you don't put.
That's excellent.
Yeah, when you don't put the 7-Up or the clear soda in.
That is summer in a glass. You were not kidding.
Yes, and you get it's limey, it's minty, it's sweet. It's like a rummy limeade.
And it's worth the effort to do it yourself. This is so much better than what you get at a restaurant with the, the Sprite, the rum, and they probably shake it.
Yeah, and it took me 10 minutes to make the lime juice. Man. So
next level.
Get it in there. Hope you enjoy. Have some summer cocktails. Give you some ideas. If you have any questions, send them to us in the comments. Check us out on all the socials. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Recipes tend to pop up there for free. If you're in the St. Louis area and you want a private lesson, check out riverpiratespirits.com. You can see everything we can do for you there. And until next time, welcome to Below Decks, and cheers.
Cheers.
Doing my best in town on my own feeling now. Don't go, dinner's done. Don't matter, I'm having fun. I'm chasing the setting sun. It's a chain reaction, got it by my feet. It's the rubber rubbing up against the concrete. Wind begins to blow harder as I start to race. Everything on keys and greasy. Put a smile on my face. Finding equilibrium, left to right. The first time I felt this way, and all of my life. Leave it up to balance the steering. Where my mind it is still unclear. All the thoughts in my head, I can still remember what you said. Look out, I'm gonna kill you dead. Finding equilibrium, moving left to right. The first time I felt this way in all of my life. If I fall, but I think I reached my goal. I found a new part of my soul, and now I have control. Where was all becoming clear. What was once far away is now near. I can't believe all the hours we spent on the multicolored can. I can tell you really when. Every color of the spectrum, well, it was so nice. Change the shade or so you say. Take my advice. Equilibrium, left and right. You know I changed that day.